I hear it. Because I don't want to answer it. Hey y'all, whoever's in here. Hello, hello. Hey Monica. How's everybody's day so far? How we doing? How we doing today? Hey Lewis. How's everybody's day? Nobody gonna talk to me? Nobody wanna talk today? Hey Latoys, thanks for coming. Hey you guys, thanks for coming yet again. I have my pajamas on, so just don't mind me. I'm working. I'm gonna fall asleep whenever I get done. But anyways, yeah. Hey Chris. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show y'all something. 1 second. I'm back. Sorry. I got some cool books I wanted to show you guys. This is, hold on. This is Millennials of New York. I saw this in Urban Outfitters, and I really wanted it. And everybody knows that Urban Outfitters is robbery. It's highway robbery. So I went ahead and got this book off of Amazon for like $1. It was like used. Maybe $2. I don't know. It was really cheap. And then I bought this one called The 4 Agreements. This is like a self-help book situation. It looks like an easy read. Like the words are like super big. It should take me probably 2 days to read it or whatever. But I will be reading these 2 books. I have more books coming in the mail, so I can't wait until they come. But yeah. So another thing I wanted to say before I get started. Last week's events that I went to Naturals Night Out, which was like a natural hair show thing. They had a model. They had models there. They had a whole bunch of stuff. Well, I'm out of breath. But anyways, that was awesome. They gave away like a whole bunch of Cream of Nature products. The girls who performed did a damn good job. So it was just amazing. Koozy's birthday party was on Friday at Pure nightclub. It was fun. What was not fun is when we walked out and all these people were standing in the parking lot because their car got hit by like a drunk driver. Like somebody, this girl, I don't know who she was. I don't know. But she like rode by and hit like 8 cars in the parking lot. And I guess she tried to get away, and she was drunk as hell. So, yeah, that happened. But I would have been pissed if that was my car. But I know somebody was using their mama car, and they was pissed. Hey! So, one other thing. I don't know if you guys heard Broadway Louie on the radio last night on 93.3 The Beat. He was on the radio yesterday. There's a showcase tonight at Safar's off University. If you guys can make it there, you probably should. If you are talented or if you're trying to sing or dance or whatever, they have a showcase tonight. So I think it's free to enter. All you got to do is sign up. So maybe if you didn't make it this time, then you can probably make it next time. Another thing, I have another show dropping tonight. Well, probably later tonight. It's about single fathers, so in their plights. It should be very interesting for you guys who probably already have kids and who can relate, who don't have kids and don't know like what's, happening or are planning to break up with their ladies on Valentine's Day, and you might be a single father. This episode is probably one that you should listen to. I don't know what y'all are planning to do. But anyways, yes, I have Disney pajamas on. Robbie, when did you have a child? Okay, so I wanted to talk about enablers because we all have participated in enabling in somebody's bullshit one way or the other. If you are in here and you don't like cussing, you might want to just log off right now, because I curse. Not, it's colorful language. It's, for lack of better words, it's late. But yeah, enablers. We've all been enablers or been enabled one point or another. I know us black people, we need help. We need all the help we can get. That's just how it is. But is help being enabling, or are you truly helping somebody? It's like kind of like a fine line in between that. It's hard to really tell what's happening and what you're doing. So you have to know how to recognize what you're doing. We all do. Hey, Steve. But yeah, sometimes when we're being enabled, it keeps us from growing. And when I say growing, I'm not talking about physically growing. I'm talking about growing mentally, because we're not forced to be responsible for whatever actions are occurring or for whatever we're doing. We don't have to be, because we have people that'll let us do what we want to do, and that'll help us do what we want to do, even if it's not good. I'm not talking about positive enabling, because everybody need help. I'm talking about when you see that you're just there for somebody to use, so when somebody's just using you. An enabler is the most used person all the time. The most used person, because we look to you as the enablee. We look to you to make sure that shit happens right for us, so we can continue doing what the hell we want to do. And we got to stop doing that. We can't continue to be enablers. Hey, if you guys like this so far, please share it. Please, just hit the button and share it. But anyways, yeah, like we just can't. We have to recognize what we're doing. Sometimes we enable people and we don't know it. We think that we're doing the right things by people. We think that we're honestly trying to help, but we're really enablers. And like I said before, it's a fine line. It's really, really hard to tell. But one of the main ways that you can tell is, how many times does this person ask me to do this for them? Or how many times do I come in here and see my son playing on a video game knowing damn well he ain't doing good in school? Or how many times do I go in my daughter's room and her room is trash, but she putting on makeup and I don't say shit about it? Like, those are the type of things that I'm talking about. You're enabling. And when you do it from a young age, it could be detrimental, because what happens is we grow up and we look for people in our relationships to enable us, and it doesn't happen like that. A grown woman is not going to help enable you to treat her badly, or vice versa. It's just not going to happen. And it makes it hard to sustain a relationship if you're the type that needs to be babied or enabled. So just recognize when you're doing it. Recognize when you're doing it with your children, when you're enabling your children to do certain things. I struggle with that all the time, because I'm like, I want my children to be free, but yet, am I helping them? Am I hurting them? Like, is this helping them progress in life? I have to kind of sit back and check myself, because you have to, as a responsible adult, you have to. Adulting is very, very hard. And I think we all need to hold ourselves accountable. If you are enabling somebody, you need to kind of cut it off, because it's only going to get worse. They're going to keep asking you to do other things. And then, you're an accessory to murder. Next thing you know, you wake up and you got, blood everywhere, and somebody was like, oh my God, I need you to help me come clean up this accident that happened, and you're enabling. I mean, I know that's kind of extreme or whatever, but still, it can happen. You're enabling. Women are good for enabling too. And when I say women are good for it, I mean because naturally we are nurturers. So we want to see you do good. We want to help you do good. But there's that fine line again. So we need to cut that shit out as women, as people, period. Because once the whoever you're enabling is unable to grow, like mentally, and they can't function without you helping them do shit, that's an issue. That's a problem. And it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. So, I know this is not... No, you're not, Shanita. Hush. What are you... Who here is an enabler? I like my PJs too, thank you. But who here is an enabler? Because I know that I'm guilty of it. I know that I do it. Because I want to see people win. You know, but I don't want to be your go-to every single time. This is kind of like a boost. Like, you know how when you do this and then you like boost and then we go over the fence together, you know? But you go first because I'm doing this and I'm helping you get over the fence first. Like, you keep asking me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep doing it, but you're not even learning how to jump over this fence on your own. You keep having me help you do it. Like, and we have to hold ourselves accountable. You know, what are some situations where you guys feel like you're enabling? I know that might be kind of, you know, a lot to type, but I'd love to kind of hear it and how you work through it, or if you even work through it. This is like a judgment-free zone. So we're just here talking. Yep, you're right. Half the time the people you help never turn around and pull you up. And Robbie, you're right, they leave you behind. That's sometimes, you know, family. And I think that's a big thing too. We like to enable our family members because they're our family members. And that's not a good enough reason. Not no more. Not no more. If you've had experiences where, you know, people have passed away from certain things, or, you know, certain things that could have been prevented, then we need to stop that shit. We do. We need to stop it, and we need to hold ourselves and other people accountable. For those of you who just joined, we are talking about enablers. Your mom is who you enable, but it's hard not to. Yeah, but it's only hard if your mother, you know, well, that's your mom though, you know, and I know that's difficult. I know that's difficult. So how do you try to fix it, Robbie? People do, and the people who are getting enabled really take everything for granted because there's always somebody there doing shit for them. Chris, you enable your brother? I think I enable my sister sometimes, but I think the older that she gets, the more I let her do things on her own. But because like that's my sister, and I know like there's certain things that she doesn't know out here, I kind of do a little bit more than I should. But you know, I try not to do too much because I don't want her to get used to it, but I want her to get used to it, if that makes any sense. I don't want her to feel like she can't try before she comes to me, but I want her to know that I'm here if you need me. Yeah, Robbie, that's a tough one. But has this been temporary, or has this been all your life, Robbie? Shanita, what's difficult? Not to be an enabler? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Everybody needs help, especially us black people. We always need help. But like I was saying before, there's a fine line between help and enabling, and you have to know the difference. You know, and that's the hard part, and that's what we're not doing. We just keep doing the same old thing over and over and over again. And, you know, people keep taking advantage of us over and over and over again. Right. There is power in being a victim, which controls enablers. Yep, that's absolutely correct. But, you know, we can't let people feel like they're the victim all the fucking time either. Because when are you not the victim no more? You know, when are you not the victim? When do we say, okay, Heffa, you need to figure out how to do this on your own because I done did this for you 60 times. You need to figure it out. Like, what do you need for me to help you understand what you need to do? Like, when does that time happen? When does that point happen for us? When do we hold people and ourselves? Because I'm included. I'm not excluded from this. I do it too. But we're trying to figure out how to move forward. And, you know, When do we hold people accountable? When do we hold ourselves accountable and say, you know what, I'm not doing this shit no more for you? When do we do that? I think we just want to protect the ones that we love from being hurt, and they end up being hurt in the worst. They end up being hurt worse in the long run. Well, they're gonna end up being. It's like you letting somebody cheat on your test. As soon as you absent that day that they got a test, they fucked. Like, everybody's been there. Like, we all had that one person where we just look at the answers, and that's it. We look at the answers, and we expect them to be there, and we get mad as hell when they're not there. We get mad as hell when they gonna miss this test, and I'm here, and I know I ain't prepared for it, because I knew this bitch was gonna have the answers, so I didn't even have to study. That's enabling, and that's what a lot of us do. She uses sad stories and vulnerable scenarios, but mama got to pick herself up on her by her bootstraps and keep going. That's not a good enough reason to give up and solely rely on your children. Mommy is strong. Mommy is strong, Robbie. People aren't as resourceful as they should be because we're not forcing them to be. Because we don't turn our backs and say, you know what, I'm not helping you. I know you can figure this shit out, so figure it out. We're not doing that. What situation did you flip, Latoys? When we feel like it's time to show tough love. But do you let a scenario go by 10 times before you show tough love? Is that what you do? You know, when do we stop? When do we say, you know what, this isn't cool no more. I'm not helping you do something that I know that you can do on your own. When do we say, no, I'm not going to do that? No, I'm not helping you. When do we say that? When do we stop feeling sorry for a person that you know has the full capacity to do whatever they're trying to do? Excuse me. When do we say that's it? You know, I'm not helping you. I mean, and we have to hold each other accountable. And it ain't no love lost, and that's what people have to understand. If it was love lost, then people probably wouldn't tell you anything about what you're doing. They're not going to tell you that you're doing wrong because they don't care. They don't care what you're doing. So because they don't care, why would they take the extra time to tell you when you've been doing wrong and when you've been messing up? People just don't do that. So, you know, you have to understand that, okay, I'm not helping this person anymore. I'm actually hurting this person because they're going to be stuck. We do. We all should want higher standards, but everybody can win. That's the thing. Like, I'm not better than you because I know how to do something that you don't know how to do. Why don't I teach you instead of you asking me in that scenario? You know what I'm saying? If that scenario of you being an enabler is that, you know, somebody needs you to do something for them that they can do for themselves. Like, I'm just using that specific scenario because it's the easiest one. It's cut and dry. You know? I'm just, you know, I just think that, you know, our progression as Black people, we need to rely on each other, and we need to be able to trust each other, and we need to be able to know that, okay, this is my sister, this is my brother, this is my so-and-so, this is my so-and-so. Like, he got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to make it about race, but we don't do that. We don't do it enough. You know, and that's what this is for. This is what this whole place is for. It's for us to come together and help each other progress. We have to progress. We just have to. Yeah, people get complacent, but complacency is like parallel to laziness to me. In my mind, I think you're just lazy. You stop it. You know, stop it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Let's get up. Let's do what we got to do. Let's figure this shit out. Let's get it together. Like, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. When do you finally show tough love? People feel like you're against them or judging them. But see, people play on that. And that's one thing that you have to recognize too. People will play on your feelings because they're manipulative, and because they know that that's what they need to do in order to get you to do what they want you to do. So, you know, you have to know when you're being played. You have to know that. Sometimes, Byron, I think that sometimes, you know, and if you guys are in here and you like this video, please share it. But sometimes when you do hang around like-minded people, you know, your vibes and everything will warrant you to be totally honest. And as you being my friend, I've been able to express that with you. However, who's around like-minded people 24 hours a day? I know I'm not. I know the majority of the day I'm around some freaking idiots. Like, and that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care to get to know them, and I don't want to get to know them because that's not what I'm there for. You know, but I know I hear conversations and I'm just like, I can't. And I don't. But, you know, in a perfect world, I would love to be around like-minded people. I would love, but I'm around y'all because I be on the internet all damn day. So, you know, I would like, you know, for us to be able to have these conversations and for us to be able to talk amongst each other and to learn from one another. I know I spoke to a couple of y'all over the weekend about some shit that was going on in my brain or whatever, and y'all weren't afraid to tell me you sound crazy. But that's what it's there for. It's for conversation. It's not for like competitive reasons. No, it's not no you're right, you're wrong. But you know, we should have that space where we can tell people, hey, I'm not helping enable you right now. It should be that situation with our friends and our family. And why not start today? Why not say today, you know what? After today, I'm not doing this no more. And just kind of take a hold of your life and take a hold of situations that's been bothering you. Because you know when somebody's taking advantage of you. You can feel it and it messes with you internally. You know that. It fucks with you internally. There's no way around it. It bothers you. So why not say, you know what? I'm not feeling like that no more. I don't want to feel like that no more. So I'm going to hold you accountable. You figure it out. If you need my help, I'm here. I will help you. But I'm not doing it for you. I'm not allowing you to do me wrong. I'm not allowing you to do her wrong. You know, when are we going to start doing that? I say we start doing it today. Start doing it today. I'll do it. I will do it. You know, even if y'all don't do it, I will do it. But yeah, I